There are many systems of resistance training, including single sets, split routines, trisets, and drop sets, just to name a few. Today, we're focusing on supersets, or a combination of 2 exercises performed consecutively without rest in between. The typical superset design is that of agonist-antagonist pairs in which the alternating exercises target opposing muscle groups. Names may vary by author, but 2 other methods include alternate peripheral supersets in which upper and lower body exercises are paired, and similar biomechanical supersets in which the same agonist is targeted by both exercises. Supersets make for a more efficient use of time by increasing exercise density, or the number of exercises and therefore volume performed in a given period of time. This density is likely a factor in supersets being successful as a method for developing hypertrophy. But another possible mechanism for the propensity of supersets to induce muscle growth may be the high production of blood lactate, which has been demonstrated, amongst other positive effects, to stimulate hypertrophy. Although supersets are noted to increase fatigue, it would be interesting to find whether training with supersets develops endurance qualities that can translate to sport performance. How this system could improve strength. It is possible that this system could improve strength as a result of antagonist preloading increasing activation of the agonist, but the majority of research seems to have determined that supersets actually result in reduced strength, likely due to the metabolic perturbations that limit neural activation and reduce force production. These same mechanisms are likely also responsible for the greater fatigue and perceived exertion induced by supersets. How this system could improve athletic performance. It's been established that supersets are a very effective system for inducing hypertrophy, an adaptation that has a feed-forward influence on strength development, with greater muscle mass yielding greater force production, and force production capacity is critical to sports performance and competitive success. Since supersets are an effective system for developing muscular hypertrophy, it stands to say that this modality can better prepare an athlete for a strength-focused stage of periodization. Although prevailing wisdom suggests that supersets are not an effective means of developing strength, there is a lack of consensus on this matter, and evidence does exist that runs contrary to this belief, particularly as supersets allow for greater volume in less time, and volume is key to both hypertrophy and strength. However, load or intensity still remains to be the main driver of strength adaptations, and the reduced activation and fatigue induced by supersets may limit capacity to handle the requisite loads to improve strength. The pros seem to outweigh the cons regarding the use of supersets, but one must always take goals into consideration when designing a program. There may be an argument for the development of strength endurance with this system, but it ultimately seems best suited for targeting hypertrophy, but not endurance, strength, or power, though research continues to expand into this resistance training system's utility.